What is a socialpreneur and why is it so important for nonprofits? Hey, everybody, it's good to connect with you today. Looking forward to spending time talking about socialpreneurism and how it can impact your nonprofit and the people that you serve. So, fundraising is an option. It's not the only option to make money as a nonprofit, but it is an option. So I gotta tell you, here's what frustrated me like crazy this week. Twice from two different places, I saw websites, consultants, companies that said fundraising was not only the only option, which is frustrating in and of itself, but also the best option, which is arguable. And I'll get to that in just a second. And here's why it frustrates me so much when companies, people, consultants say fundraising is the only option for nonprofits. Because I've been working with this organization and this leader, and they've been living on grants and donations, and they're looking at having to close 6 months down the road. And they are having the hardest time to charge for their service. They don't think they can, they don't think they should, because in their mind, it's been built that nonprofits raise money and receive money, but they do not make money. And as a nonprofit, we can raise and receive money. We are tax exempt, so we can do that. And that also means that we should, but it's not the only way that we earn money. We also have the opportunity to produce, to sell, to deliver something of value for a financial return. Now, here's the thing with fundraising. Can we do it? Should we do it? And is it proper? Absolutely. There are generous, caring people out there that are looking to help others, to make an impact, to make a difference. And we, as nonprofits and as leaders, are a vehicle for them to do that through a trusted, safe, certified, tax-approved way to do that. And so we should do that as a way for them to guide them into delivering the impact. But this is also why socialpreneurs are so important for nonprofits. So, what is a socialpreneur? A socialpreneur is someone who sets out on an entrepreneurial venture to address social issues for the social good. You may have heard triple bottom line, but profit, people, planet. Like that is in fact the socialpreneur model. So think Rachel Brenton of Yoga Girl, Blake McCoskey at Tom Shoes, or Scott Harrison of Charity Water, which is a nonprofit. And they also address the clean and safe water around the world in a very entrepreneurial way. So socialpreneurs address social issues for social good. As a nonprofit leader, does that sound familiar to you? The back half of the definition of a nonprofit is to address social causes for the public benefit. In fact, it sounds like nonprofits may be the most positioned to be a driving force of socialpreneurism for public benefit. We are just missing that entrepreneurial piece to connect the dots and to put us in place to be able to do that. Nowhere does it say that you can't earn money as a nonprofit. And frankly, that's a myth that has to die today. It has to stop because it's limiting the impact and the service that you can make and that you can have. Nonprofit Impact Matters put out one of their statistics, their annual report. And in there, they have a beautiful graphic of the breakdown of revenue. Can you guess how much revenue is earned, grants, fundraising? Well, let's check and see if anybody's putting in a comment here. All right, I'll give you the answer. 50% of all nonprofit revenue, or about $1 trillion, is earned every single year. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, that's healthcare. Well, I mean, there's more than healthcare. Maybe that's higher ed. Well, and then there's like those mega churches or, there's those really big guess what? Every subsector of the nonprofit industry, human services, they're all represented as organizations that earn money to further their mission. Do some of those sectors earn more than others? Let me ask you this. Do Amazon and Walmart earn more than eBay and Kroger? Yeah. But do people still engage with both? And is there enough room and opportunity for both and all to exist? Yes. In fact, there are people that need and will benefit from your service. Some are going to benefit most when it's free and when others can come in and fund that to deliver impact. And there are others out there that find that valuable, the information, the service that you can deliver, so valuable that they will, in fact, pay for it. And you should do that. Fundraising is not the only option to earn money as a nonprofit. And I don't know if you're feeling this, but this is what that nonprofit leader, that executive director was feeling. He was feeling the pressure of the restrictions of donations and grants to deliver. He was feeling that he needed to find a way to earn that Guide Star, Gold Star, so that they had the breakdown of admin and service delivery that met the metrics that I've never been asked for as a fundraiser in my life. Truthfully, nobody's ever asked. And he's trying to find a way to give a living wage to the people on his team. And he's still in that belief that he can only fundraise or receive money. And so lean in as a socialpreneur to the ventures that are in front of you. And you may be asking, but where? How do I start? Well, let's take two questions. This is a great place to start. Question number one, what are people asking for that you're not currently doing? What is it that they say? Oh, that would be great. Or I would be interested in something like that. You have people that are out there saying those things. And another question is, if we solved what problem, how would that positively impact the mission? There is a problem either right in front of you or a problem that leads people into needing your help. What is that problem and how can you deliver it for folks? So let's walk through. If we're a crisis response organization and we have those two questions, what are people asking for, or how can we avoid the problem or better prepare them for that problem? If you're crisis response, you're meeting people in trauma. What does it look like for you to be able to go back before the trauma and deliver a service, a training, an event, a speaking engagement, a product that better prepares them for the crisis that will come? And how can you sell that to those in need and give it to those in need? Or better yet, if you are a crisis response organization and all you do is give away your services, are you actually limiting the amount of people you can serve? Because perhaps there are those that are out there that could and would pay for you to serve them and guide them and help them transition through the trauma of crisis. And in turn, you get to build a more sustainable and stable organization, and you get to impact more people in the process by just saying fundraising is not the only option. So as you're wrestling with this and thinking about how can I bring socialpreneurism, the ability to sell a service, a product, to meet a need of folks and to do it in a way that addresses social issues for social good, that aligns with our mission. How do we do that? Well, you start. You start where you are. You start with those two questions. What are people asking? And how could you positively impact the mission if you did this? Start there. And here's the truth. You're going to fail, and that's okay. Because just like an entrepreneur, you're going to find the next thing, and you're going to keep going after it. And here's why that's important. Because if we focus only on fundraising or only on receiving grants, we are capping ourselves at what's possible. And we are keeping our organization tied to things that are sometimes out of our control. The more revenue streams that we build, earned, received, raised, donated, endowed, however that looks, the more that we build, the more stable an organization we build, the more sustainable an organization we build. And the best part is, all of the money that comes in through all of those different avenues means that we get to deliver more impact for the mission that we set out to achieve in the first place. So, fundraising is not your only option. And as a socialpreneur, you have the opportunity to earn money, to pour more money into the organization so that you can deliver more service and fuel more mission. That's the challenge today. Where are you going to start? What are you going to do to get going? And how can you build a stronger, more sustainable impact organization that addresses the needs that we all need met through not only raising money, but through earning money and delivering tremendous value to those in need? Go get after it. Can't wait to hear about it.